Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to another reading. This one's going to be about August 2023 specifically. I know there's going to be some pretty big changes coming up. I'm trying to learn more about like astrology and stuff, so I'm not going to sit here and and talk about that kind of stuff like some other readers do, only because I'm still learning. I'm not too confident on it, but I do know that there's going to be 2 supermoons coming next month, which is pretty big. And I think the first supermoon is tomorrow, I want to say, which I'm filming this on July 23rd, or 23rd. I'm filming this on July 31st, and I think it's August 1st. It might be like August 8th or something like that. I know that's like 2 very different dates, but I can't remember the dates right now. But there's one in the beginning of August and there's one at the end of August. I think it's like the 28th or something like that. And maybe that's where I'm getting 8 from. But yeah, there's going to be 2 supermoons, and I've just been hearing nothing but like removing blockages, and there's been like success, money flow, things like that. So I tried to set up my reading for today to kind of reflect some of that. I felt like I wanted to put out these gold feathers here, which I've been using recently in a prayer that I've been doing every single week to Archangel Michael. And I also put, Ganesh here to help remove obstacles. I felt like putting Buddha up here. Got 2 of these right here, because I just feel very calm around him. I got like this lotus flower. I got this lotus flower with the incense, and then I know you can't see it, but there is a girl on top of the lotus flower meditating with the chakras. That's also what these colors represent, is each chakra. I've got something behind Buddha, not shown on camera, being like enthusiasm. And what it says underneath it says the most powerful weapon on earth is the human soul on fire. And then I've got a good luck coin, which is just a penny with the heads up, saying good luck on finals. It was something that I got during college, where it was during finals time, and I remember walking into the classroom and somebody at some point had put these pennies with a little note saying good luck on finals at every single chair. So that was really nice to see, and I just kept that because I wanted to keep that good luck. It was a really nice gesture. And then I also have a bookmark with a key on it that says the door of success is waiting for you. Open it. And the key also says success on it. I wanted to put that on camera, but unfortunately it just wasn't popping up. All it looked like was a silver blob because it's made out of metal, and it was just glaring too much on the camera, and it just wasn't working. So I at least wanted to point that out, that's what this setup was, just because of the luck and success and removing of obstacles and stuff like that, and protection as well. As one of the things that I've been praying to Archangel Michael for is protection in certain areas of my life right now, because I got quite a bit going on still. And that's about it with setting having this set up for August 2023. Another thing I wanted to say was hi to all of the new subscribers that I got recently. Thank you for subscribing. Also, thank you for a comment that I saw. I'm not sure if anybody else has commented, but I do know that I got at least one comment with some very nice words. I already reached out to them and said thank you, but I just wanted to say thank you again. Your words are really kind, and and it really made me feel really good to keep doing this as well. And that's why I have this tray. Ash, I learned from the last time. But yeah, thank you so much. But let's go ahead and get into the reading. I think that's all I really wanted to say. I just wanted to say thank you, and I wanted to tell you guys about the setup for the reading. And we're just going to get into a reading for August 2023. So we got 4 piles, much less than last time. I did that on purpose. I asked Spirit, I'm like, please calm down. That was a lot. Let's do something a little smaller. And I was going to do 3, but then Spirit was like, hey, how about 4? And I'm just like, okay, 4. We'll do 4. So we got 4 piles here. We got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. I'll give you a minute to meditate on the cards, and then we will put some crystals on these cards. So let's just take a minute, just relax, take a few deep breaths, listen to the water that I have going on in the background, and whatever you feel drawn, whichever pile you feel drawn to, you can go down to the description below and click on that pile. But if you need some help with crystals, then we will be popping those on in just a minute. So, like I said, just relax, breathe, and concentrate on the piles. Okay, here are our crystal options. Again, we've got 2 crystals on each pile. 2 of which are kind of like, they're pretty much the same type of crystal. They just might have a little bit of a different name, or they have a different location of where they are from. So on pile 1 here, we've got 2 serpentine. This one is just a regular serpentine, but this one is called Imperial Serpentine. Really, the only difference between them is just like the coloration. One is darker than the other. Usually, like Imperial Serpentine has maybe some, it's like a darker green, some black, brown, and red. Mine doesn't really have the brown and red, but that's okay. But that's what we got here. We have 2 different kinds of serpentine. On pile 2, we've got Desert Rose Selenite and a Amethyst Cluster. Pile 3, we got 2 different kinds of turquoise. Well, they're still turquoise, but this one is from China, and this one is from Africa. And then on pile 4, we have some Indigo Gabbro and some Lepidolite. So we will take another minute to meditate on the crystals, and then we will get into the pile readings. Okay, pile 1, welcome to your reading. If you are here, that means you picked the 2 serpentine crystals. As always, I'm going to go ahead and read the meaning of these 2 crystals. So I actually, for 2 of the other piles as well, I actually have this little card here that explains what a serpentine crystal means and what it brings into your life and stuff like that. I have about, I think it was a pack of like 50 raw crystals that this serpentine pack came, or the serpentine came in with the crystal pack. Believe I got it off Etsy. If I can find that company online, I will definitely link it down below. They are called Fantasia Mining. I got the raw crystal pack, but they also have a tumbled pack as well. But that's what comes in. You know, you can get the raw crystal, you can get the tumbled crystal pack, either one, and then they come with these cards explaining what each crystal means. The only thing is that you have to match the crystal with the cards. So it can be a little difficult because some crystals are like right off the bat like, oh my god, yes, that's what that looks like. Or I already have, like personally, I already have some knowledge of what some crystals look like. But there are ones that I've never heard before that came in the pack and I'm like, I don't know what this is. I hope I got it right. But let me go ahead and read what serpentine means. It'll be the same meaning for both crystals since they are both serpentine crystals. Just because this one's called Imperial Serpentine doesn't mean that it has a different meaning. It just means that it looks a little different. So serpentine helps to bring abundance on all levels, including love, healing, and prosperity. It helps to release negative energy so that healing is able to occur. Serpentine forms a unique bond with each individual to promote healing in a way that is best suited to help the user. It is used by many during meditation to reach a deeper state and to bring greater depth to their inner peace and relaxation. Serpentine is also used to help those looking to gain memories of their past lives and enhance their psychic abilities to remember their former self. So maybe in the month of August 2023, is specifically, to bring some abundance, which is something that I've been hearing a lot about, is a lot of abundance coming in. I don't think it just means money. It can really mean abundant of anything. It can be abundant of love, which is this one is also talking about healing and prosperity. Again, what it was saying too, releasing negative energy. So maybe, since this is also a stone that can be used for meditation, to reach a deeper state, and to bring peace and relaxation. Maybe in the month of August you will be doing some of that, going within, doing some meditation, just trying to relax, trying to remove that negative energy. I know myself, I've bought some like evil eye jewelry because I just wanted to better protect myself. And I did have a piece of an evil eye, but unfortunately it fell off my necklace chain and it broke. So I had to find something else online. But I got some new bracelets out of it and a new necklace, so that was great. But something like that, maybe finding a way to like wear a piece of tumbled crystal. You've got jewelry like that where like me and my husband, we both have a metal sphere that you can actually slide a tumbled stone in it, and then you can wear that stone around. So maybe something like that. You can do that. And then also like enhancing psychic abilities and past, maybe regaining memories of past lives. That may not be for everybody, but if you are maybe interested in getting into tarot or any other form of learning any other form of a psychic ability that you may feel connected to and you just kind of want to learn more about it, you might be doing that in August as well. Or maybe you're being encouraged to try and tap into that in August. And maybe that'll open up some things for you too, in a positive way. There's a lot of things that I feel like are going to be coming up that are pretty positive. Again, something that I've been hearing a lot in readings and people who just kind of like can read like astral charts, natal charts, I mean, and just hearing what they have to say about what's coming up, especially with this supermoon. It's pretty big. So that could be something that you've been doing or planning on doing in August. If you're not planning on doing it right now, maybe you'll have that idea later on. But again, this is just a general reading, so maybe for the most of you, that will be happening for you in August. So let's go ahead and look at these oracle cards to go further into your reading. Okay, pile 1, so what we got here, one thing I want to say is that when I was drawing these cards, which by the way is from the Rumi Oracle deck, again, I will link decks and stuff down below, but first we got Passion for Purpose, the Cloak of Christ, and Divine Mother Manifests. And most of the, or I should say the rest of the piles, really what I was asking was to just have like one card drawn, but then each pile ended up getting 2, but you got 3. Okay, and I really see why here. So what I'm kind of seeing, especially from this Cloak of Christ, it doesn't have to just specifically be about Jesus Christ. It can really be about anything that any kind of God that you may worship, or maybe somebody's just kind of looking over you. But really what it's kind of talking about is just kind of you feeling so tired. I wish you can see the imagery a little bit better, but what it is like, it's kind of like this person standing here, and what I get from it is that it's just kind of shedding off this cloak, shedding off negativity, shedding off anxiety, depression, anything like that that has been kind of weighing you down. You're kind of just starting to take that off. You're finding a passion for your purpose again. I also kind of get from this card as well that you've been trying to hold on to something that's been, or something that you've been really wanting to like fight for, and it just doesn't seem to be working out because it probably just isn't the right time for you yet. And maybe there was something that kind of like kept putting that passion on a halt. But what I see for next month is that you're finding that flow. You are finding a way to make this passion happen, and you're shedding away all of this negativity and anxiety. And then with Divine Mother Manifests, what I really feel like this is really the divine holding everything that you've been praying for, that you've been asking for, that you've been manifesting for. And I really do think that it's kind of like now is the time. And again, something else I've been hearing from like other readings and stuff like that, just stuff that I've been hearing from people, is that there's, like I said, there's just this big energy of like things just kind of falling into place for people. But that's kind of what I see for you, is kind of like all of this that has been held, all of this thing, everything that you've been wanting has just kind of been held by your guides, just the divine in general. And I feel like it's going to be given to you. You know, given to you at the right time, of course. So don't expect, like, I wouldn't say, like, expect a whole dump of what you've been manifesting to happen all in one go, but maybe for some of you it could come like in steps throughout August, like maybe each week you kind of get a little something else, or maybe in August it's really the start of what you've been manifesting for. So like you'll probably have one good thing starting to go right in August, and then it's just gonna kind of go from there when it's meant to. So that's kind of what I'm seeing for you guys so far. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna lay out your tarot cards. This deck I actually haven't used before, so bear with me. I'm gonna push this up so I can make some room. This is called the Vice Versa Tarot. So this is how I'm going to be reading your cards. It's whatever, you know, is showing upright is what I'm going to be showing to you guys, but there is also a reverse side to each card as well. Okay, so first we have the World. Oh no, not the World, sorry. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Fool. We have the Four of Swords. And we have the Star. Okay, so what I see here with your tarot cards is with this Wheel of Fortune card is really the ending of an old cycle and beginning of a new one, but definitely in a very good way. Okay, so like with the Fool card here, again, I always think about like bliss with the Fool, happiness, really being able to move away from this negative past that you may have had, or like a negative situation, just anything that's kind of been bringing you down is coming to an end, to the point where like look, his flower here has some like petals falling off, and what I kind of see with that kind of goes along with the Four of Swords guy here, is like he doesn't really mind. You know, you see the path ahead and you're like, yeah, alright, that's it, you know, just leave all of this negative in the past and moving on with your purpose, moving on with your passion, moving away from the negativity of anxiety or whatever bad situation may have happened. It just doesn't matter anymore. You're just letting it fall away. I also notice just now, like, a cup had fallen over. There's a crown that is on the ground too. But he doesn't care. Okay? It's kind of just like, he's like, yeah, it happened. But I am on a path to a new beginning. I am on a path to a new start. I am on a path to my purpose. I am on a path to what I have manifested, and now it's finally being presented to me. And I kind of get the sense too with this Four of Swords is that you have this man sitting in a chair, and this is the reverse side of this card, I believe. Yeah, it's the reverse side of this card, where there's a lot of destruction going on behind him. There, you know, you can see some of the orange here. I know, like I said, my camera, it's blurry, but that is fire. It's kind of like a forest being on fire. But yet he's sleeping. Okay, he doesn't pay any mind to it. He's able to rest. So maybe that's another thing that's going to be coming to you in August as well, is that you're going to be able to rest. and anything that is negative. Maybe there's been negative people around you. Maybe what they're saying just really isn't going to get to you anymore. Because you are able to do your purpose. And that is what matters to you. Because you've waited long enough. Okay? You've waited long enough. With this star card, even though it's not the Nine of Cups, but I do kind of feel like it has that energy coming off of it. Because especially with how these stars are, I just kind of get like wishing upon a star. You know, your wishes are coming true kind of thing. Because this is a card about, like, there's purity. You also see what's in front of you. You see, maybe you see people for what they are. Whether it's good or bad. But you're able to, again, focus on you. Kind of feel like these cards really do go together. Just by the way she looks here and how she looks here, I kind of feel like it's almost the same person. And you're really getting into yourself. You know, finding who you are. It's not just your passion, but also just tapping into the real you. You know, again, stripping, like with this guy, you know, taking off the cloak, really just taking it all off, like what she is naked here. The only reason I'm not covering it up for YouTube is because she has hair. Her long hair is covering things, but like, you're shedding off that negativity, shedding off that anxiety, shedding off whatever has been bothering you, and you're able to embrace you and who you really are in August. Okay, let's go ahead and get some more oracle cards. So this one, actually listen to me when I said I just wanted one. You have apprehension, moving out into the world, doubt, fear. Okay. So, yeah. That makes sense. Moving out into the world, being able to embrace who you are, but there is some doubt and fear behind it, probably in the month of August. But you're being encouraged to just do it anyway. Don't let the fear and doubt hold you back, because everybody should be able to embrace the real them. Okay, so don't hold that back. You also have Secret Spring success and Foggy Bog patience. Okay. So Secret Spring success kind of goes along with what we've been talking about. Kind of feel like this lantern, I really focused on the lantern just now, kind of looking like the star here. They're both shining so brightly in the same way. So I definitely feel like a wish is going to be granted next month. Success is going to come to you next month. Possibly your purpose, possibly your passion. But you do need to have some patience with it as well. So maybe it won't be so quick in August, You might feel it coming on too, like, you know, something's coming. But don't rush it. Have some patience with it, because what is meant for you is yours and it is coming. But like I said, it's going to come when it's meant to. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some more cards. So we have Orange-Bellied Parrot, got Radiance, Expression, Communication, and Acceleration. Also have Gecko, Synchronicity, Optimism, Truth, Mobility. Okay, moving out into the world, mobility, that kind of makes me think that as well. And then White Pelican, Ease, Optimism, Grace, and Cooperation. So another optimism card. We also have 33 here. I kind of felt like that. Ooh. Also 36. If you just take the 3 from that, 333. I did feel like 333 was a big thing here. Again, let me pop that up really quick. 333. Oops. So, associated with optimism, and another optimism thing, growth and luck. Alright, so, yes, growth, luck, things we have been talking about, so that is pretty consistent so far with the reading. Let's see, Radiance kind of goes along with that star that's been popping out, so finally being able to shine. Shine, meaning to kind of like show off who you are. You're going to be shining so brightly. Or at least you're going to be able to start that. Okay. Optimism, very happy. Or being encouraged to have that optimism to take away that doubt and fear. Or with that cloak card, shutting away doubt and fear. So you're able to move out into the world and show off who you really are. With ease and grace, I think you're going to probably find it easier than you think. And maybe with Divine Mother that's back here. That could be one of the gifts that's coming to you from them, is that they're going to allow these blockages, these negative blockages, to kind of move away, to make it easier for you to be able to come out, to be able to come and find your purpose, whatever that may be, to be able to express yourself, to be able to communicate better about who you are. Acceleration, I also kind of feel like, you know, have some patience, but like I was saying, you know, all of the stuff that is being held for you, to all of this manifesting, all of this wishing, all of this wanting that's being held on for you to just, you know, be waiting at the right moment to be given to you. What I said may be coming, you know, one by one. Whether it all comes in the month of August, or it's going to be like maybe a little bit each month to the end of the year, you know, something like that is going to be happening. Synchronicity, you know, that one by one. Truth, finding the truth in yourself, finding the truth. What I had mentioned before about, I think with the star card here, is like seeing truth in yourself, seeing truth in people, letting go of who is not meant for you, what is not meant for you, really being careful of your own space as well. So you have the room to just focus on you. Okay, let's go ahead and get some more cards here. We got birthing a new age, birthing new creations, and dreaming a new world into being. Yes. We got the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits and Soul Tribe. Okay. So we did mention with the serpentine crystals about psychic abilities. So maybe some of you are going to be finding a group of people who you feel connected to, who do this sort of stuff. I am starting to see a lot of purple here, which was something I didn't mention in the intro, but I felt like with the crystals already, there was a lot of green and purple. So I really thought like third eye and heart chakra. So third eye with psychic abilities, knowing, being able to see things in a different way. Heart chakra, being able to, maybe there's some blockages with the heart chakra too. And maybe the third eye chakra. Because you do have the green crystals and you got some purple, so maybe there's a balance between the two. And both of them kind of clearing for you. So you have a clearer knowing of what to do. To head towards that purpose, to head towards who you really are. But the heart chakra also, like, maybe more self-love. Not so much, maybe it's some love for others as well. You know, just being more open to love. But yeah, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits. I mean, I did just say too, like, I think you can feel that something is coming. But Spirit is also saying to be patient, because it's gonna come when it's meant to. So I can't really say when next month, but it'll come when it's meant to. Maybe the 22nd, now that I'm talking about dates, and I just saw the 22nd. But not saying that's for all of you, maybe that's for some of you. But it's all coming together, so keep that in mind with the divine. Like I said, you know, they're holding it for you. It'll come. And then you've got Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. Look at that. See? Yeah. Akasha. Pretty sure that is all about creation. I could be wrong about that, but I would look up Akasha. See, well, you know what? I'm just gonna do it right now. We're gonna do Akasha. I want to bring up something else about that. I feel like it's okay for me to say that. The direct translation of Akasha is the word meaning upper sky or space in Hinduism. The origin of Akasha. No. Akasha means the basis and essence of all things, the source of everything that exists. Yeah. So I feel like this is okay for me to talk about. I am currently writing a book. I've been working on it for a very long time. It's just one of those things, kind of similar to your reading, like, like trying to find your purpose, but maybe like things are getting in the way in the past. And it's kind of this, I've been kind of having a similar thing, where for me though, it's like long gaps, and I don't really realize how long it is until I have a moment where I can actually think for myself and focus on what I really want to do. And then I'm like, oh my god, it's been like, what, a year? That's insane. But I do have a character in my book whose name is Akasha, and she is actually a goddess of creation. So whenever I see this card and I see that, name for, and, for my character, that's kind of what I think about. So, like, things are going to be created for you, or you're going to be being able to create something for you to, have those blockages removed. You're going to be able to create what you've been wanting to do, your purpose. And your guides are going to be guiding you along. It's just another confirmation, basically, of just kind of like, now is the right time. Okay, so another thing we have is from the Moonology here. I wanted to pull these cards out because of the supermoon, both supermoons. Basically what I just said. I didn't even look at this card. It says it's time to take action. So you're taking action on what you want to create, a life that you want to create, your purpose. And then you've got balance, spirituality, and practicality. So we got another card out about spirituality. You got this crystals with the serpentine meaning, talking about psychic abilities. You've got this gathering, together, soul tribe, which makes me think of maybe like gathering with people, like a coven, or doesn't have to be a coven, but like just in a community where you're able to express yourself psychically or spiritually. Maybe it does have to do more with like Christ himself or any other kind of God. Just finding a spiritual place where you feel comfortable being in. So it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be specifically psychic. It doesn't have to specifically be witchy. It doesn't have to specifically be about Christ. It can really be about anything. Anything that you feel connected to, anything you feel spiritually connected to, for some of you. But for others, it may really be like a creative purpose or something else. Okay. So that's all I'm seeing for the cards so far. I did forget to shuffle these ones, so maybe I'll just go ahead and shuffle these on camera because they are smaller, so it won't hurt my hands. But these are, I think it's called like Secrets of the Witch or something like that. Again, I'll link these cards below. I feel like this one, probably this one too. Okay, and let's see how they connect to your reading. So you've got Casting the Circle. Like this circle. Cast a circle roundabout. Power stay in, world stay out. Okay. That's another thing that I was just saying too about like taking out the negative thoughts, negative feelings, negative energies, negative people out of your life. So your own power stays in, they stay out. When we work magic, we surround ourselves with protection. The witch sends a circle of pure silver energy to guard you this day. So maybe also, it's not just you, maybe the divine is also putting a protection around you as well. Maybe trying to help you out a little bit to just cast out this negativity. And then we also have the Silver Witch, which we just said silver energy. That's cool. The witch has plaited her silver locks with spells to send you wisdom and knowledge. Today, revive an interest. Revive your purpose. And know your learning is enhanced by the silver sagacity. Oh my god, I can't read. Of this wise witch. Okay. And know your learning is enhanced. Maybe learn a little bit more about what you want to get into. And maybe that'll open up a path for you to go. Maybe that's what what will be happening in August. Yeah. All right. So I want to go ahead and do something a little new that I haven't done before in a video, because I haven't had these for very long, but I have done this for myself. I forget exactly where I got these from, because I didn't specifically I picked them out, but I didn't specifically get them. My husband got them for me, but they are called witch runes. So different than, okay, maybe that one wanted to come out. But let's go ahead and get a couple of these runes, and then I'm going to read the meanings of them. One more. Alright. Just put them off to the side here. Okay, so got this one that came out first. Let's see if I can show it. It's going to have like 3 circles there. This one, I'll read the name of each one once I pick up the book. Ooh, we have the eye. Okay. I know with the eye, if it lands near one of these, then that's pretty much like a big focal point. It didn't really land near, it was kind of tossed off. It did land kind of close to your serpentine crystal, so maybe with the meaning of that was the focal point with like the love and healing, prosperity, and removing the negative energy, what we've been saying too, finding peace, relaxation, and then the enhancing with the psychic abilities, or maybe for others it would be focusing on just any kind of spiritual group, whether it be Christ or a different god, goddess, again, coven. I feel like I want to read this, because I meant to do it in the intro, but it keeps like popping out to me. May you remember the past, plan for the future, and live for today. May you remember the past. You were also mentioning about past lives too. With the, was it with the crystal? Yeah, it was with the crystal. Regain memories of their past lives. Okay. Plan for the future, opening up those, or removing those blockages, opening up that path for the future, and then just kind of living in the moment. Live for today. Live for next month. You know. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the meanings of these runes. Okay, so I'm going to start with the first one that really wanted to fall out. You've got the rings, is what this is called. The rings is a rune with a very tying bond feel to it, typically associated with the color gold. Some of its meanings could be circumstances involving others, 2 things or people, intertracing, or interacting, oh my god, interacting with others. This plus that equals new. Partners, friendships, the bonds between two subjects, shared interests, the result of a partnership, a new bond forming, or an old bond breaking. Okay. It kind of goes along with what we've been saying. You know, having that gathering of people that you want to get close to. Or just you're able to find people that you feel connected with. And from this, you're probably going to be forming bonds. I don't think it just has to be romantic, but like it can be friendships. Partnerships can be about anything. Yeah. Alright, so that's definitely a big thing that's coming through. Maybe you're afraid. Maybe you're afraid to join this group. And you've got some doubt behind it. Maybe from those negative people that we mentioned that you kind of want to like push out so you can move forward to do this thing that you really want to do. You know, maybe you're afraid that they're going to judge you, or maybe they already are judging you. And so they've planted that doubt there. But you're going to be finding a way to remove that and just accept, like, nope, this is who I am, and I'm going to go and be with people who make me feel like me, and they accept me for who I am. There we go. Okay, and then the next one that came up is the Flight. Flight is a sociable rune, often associated with the color white or light blue. Some of the meanings could be movement, communication, the spread of information, traveling, cause and effect, methods of travel, social media, networking, talking, word of mouth, the news. So, cause and effect definitely makes me think of that Wheel of Fortune card. And then we got movement. Did we have? Yeah, we had mobility. We had, what did this say? Moving out into the world. Communication also popped up, so maybe communicating with the group. Maybe it's not just in person, maybe it is online, because we got the social media, networking. Maybe that's kind of where you start next month for some of you. Because then you also have talking, word of mouth, so I kind of feel like that would be more physical, like actually going to a place physically and physically meeting these people, but maybe for some of you it's going to start online. Okay, so then the next one is, I know that one's called the Eye. So the Eye is a very spiritual rune, often paired with the color purple, which we did point out, or white. Its common meanings are power, importance, confidence, focus, the truth, witnessing, seeing things as they truly are, psychic abilities, the lifting of the veil, and visual activities. Alright. I mean, kind of what I've already been saying. So yeah, but like with that importance one, that's in that like little thing that I was just reading from, next to importance it says whatever it lands next to is pretty much the focus, pretty much the more important thing to focus on. But it landing on or next to this crystal, I would say, is what that main important thing is the healing, healing and psychic abilities for some of you, but mainly community. Okay. And then last thing I want to do, let me just push these up, is something new. I want to try this out. I don't know if it's going to work. If it doesn't work, then maybe I'll just cut this part out, and then I won't do it for the other 3 piles, but something new had come up with me and my husband, and we had decided to use this thing that I have that I haven't used before, but we tried it and it worked really well. And so I thought maybe it could benefit anybody who sees this video. And it's just one of these. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but it's something that you can use a pendulum for. So you ask a question, and you've got, if it swings up and down, then it's a yes. Swings right to left, it's a no. Swings at a diagonal this way, it's a maybe, or you have to rephrase your question. And then this way, it's like if it's swinging more this way, it's now. If it's swinging more towards this one, it's wait. So I wanted to try this. I wanted to see if it would work. I do watch somebody on YouTube who does have a pendulum. It's not in this way, but she does have a pendulum, and it does work. So wanted to see if it'll work here. I kind of feel like using this pendulum, because there's 2 pendulums that I felt I should pull out. This one is the rose quartz. I have another one that is amethyst, but I felt like pulling this one out for you guys. And what I thought you could do is you can ask a question about next month. You can ask a question about the reading. You can ask really, I'm making this open to being able to ask a question of really anything that you want to know. If you want to ask about next month, since this is a reading about August 2023, you can definitely do that. But I do want to leave it open for you to be able to ask anything that you want. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to place the pendulum here. Oops. Try and get it as centered as possible. Okay, so good. You can kind of see it. That's good. And then I'm going to give you a couple seconds to ask your question, and then we'll lift the crystal and see if it swings a certain way. If you need more time, you can definitely go ahead and pause the video, really focus on your question if you have one, and then you can hit play and watch the pendulum swing. But I'm just going to count to 5 slowly in my head, and then I will lift the crystal and we'll see which way it swings. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so it definitely looks like you got a yes. In the beginning there, a big yes, it definitely is swinging quite a bit. In the beginning here, it was kind of looking like it was going to start going diagonally towards the now or the wait, but for, I think, a general, for a general reading, I would say most of you got a yes as your answer to your question. So that is all I have for you. I hope this reading resonated with you. I hope your August is as amazing as it sounds. I hope you're able to clear those blockages, clear that negativity away, and really find your purpose and find who you are. So I hope you have a great August. Thank you so much for coming, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Okay, hello Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you are here, that means you picked the Desert Rose Selenite as well as the Amethyst cluster right here. So as usual, I want to go ahead and read the meanings of these crystals and see if, it relates to your reading at all. So let's start with the Desert Rose Selenite. This increases awareness of your thoughts and core beliefs. It clarifies problematic perceptions that need resolution, and it also releases old mental programs to allow for a new positive mindset. So maybe that's something that's going to be happening to you in the month of August 2023. And then as for amethyst, it is known as a stone of peace and has a calming presence. This helps soothe dreams by bringing the dreamer more in tune with the divine, and it extends to the waking mind as well. It helps the mind flow freely in both mental and metaphysical dimensions. So definitely a lot about the mind, clearing the mind, things like that, and just bringing peace to the mind. It kind of sounds like. If you are anything like Pile 1 was talking about some like psychic abilities and stuff like that, so maybe that implies to you as well. Maybe you're having some psychic blockages, so I kind of think maybe that'll be lifting. But let's just go ahead and get into the cards and see if that's all correct. Okay, Pile 2, so what we have here is the Star Mother Ericus, I want to say, and then you also have Resplendent with Grace. So what I see with these two cards, I know, again, it's kind of hard to see because my camera is kind of blurry, but I think you can kind of see the face there in this, like, space cluster, you know, with all of these stars and kind of like it's almost kind of swirling like a Milky Way. It kind of makes me think of that. But, like, really what this card is saying is it's just the divine, or definitely what I'm getting is, like, the divine really looking out for you, really looking over you. Not that they haven't always been doing that, but I think it's just very heavy at this time. But also watching you and helping you see the beauty and the grace within you. Kind of similar to Pile 1, definitely. Coming into your own. It's like you have this person here who, it's not exactly like Pile 1, where Pile 1 had, like, this cloak that was shutting off of them, like, with this negative, this negativity, this anxiety that was coming off of them. I don't see this, like, shutting, but I do see, you know, something like that shutting off of you, but I do see you rising to your own, rising, I guess, to your purpose, kind of like Pile 1, but just, like, yeah, it really is just coming into your own, but kind of like relating to your crystals too. You know, clearing the mind, dreams, definitely with, I think, the amethyst. It was, connecting with the divine, like, oh my god, your crystals are on point. Coming into your own power. It's just a very powerful message so far, where, like, in Pile 1, it was kind of like half and half, whether it was talking about psychic abilities, or not, you know, just finding purpose. For you, though, this really feels like connecting with your psychic power. I know I've had this, I think, in the past 2 readings, but it was really heavy with the first one. The readings that I should be more specific, the readings that I have now, like, started coming back to doing again, not the ones from like 2 years ago, but the first one that was more recent, where it talked about like astral travel and like connecting with a community, connecting with just your own power. So maybe you came from that reading just now, or maybe you read that or maybe you watched that when I put it up, or maybe a couple days after I put it up, and then now you're back reading this again, or listening to this again. So yeah, maybe this is you coming back from that reading, but that is really what I'm seeing. But maybe for some of you, it kind of is like pile 1, really rising up to be who you are, rising up to your purpose, but also at the same time, like, getting your mind a lot clearer. You got a clearer path, and you're heading to that. And at the same time, you know, the divine is helping you. They're really there, guiding you along, watching you do this. I feel like more so on your own. They're there kind of like you're doing it, and they're kind of there behind you, cheering you on, like, yeah, go, go, go. You know, kind of thing. Yeah. I feel like there was something else I want to say, but I kind of lost it, so maybe it wasn't that important. Maybe I did just kind of say it, but in a different way. I think, or maybe, okay, this is the thing I was trying to say. It just came back to me. Maybe you've been trying to communicate spiritually to your guides, and I kind of see you maybe being able to do that. Maybe it's easier for you to do that now. Let's go ahead and look at your cards to see if we can get any further messages. So I'm going to start with your tarot cards here. Okay, this one I feel like wanted to come out first now. So this is my first time really using this deck. I've had it for a little while, but I decided I wanted to come out now. So this is called the Vice Versa Tarot. So you got two sides to the card. You've got one side that is kind of like a little brutal, then you've got another side that maybe is kind of good. So you got front and reversed. And I know I don't really read reversals, but this really wanted to come out today. So first off, you've got the Ten of Swords, and I'm going to be reading it like this because that's how it came up to me. It didn't come up like this, it came up like this. So we got Ten of Swords, we have the Ace of Wands, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Eight of Cups. Okay, pile 2. So what I see here is, you know, sitting with the cards for a moment, is like there's been a lot of like stress going on. Again, kind of similar to pile 1, where it's like maybe in the past you've been trying to make things work and it just isn't going right all the time, because when we see here with this Ace of Wands, wands are very like action oriented. I also see passion and creativity with the wands as well, and so maybe there's been like a creative endeavor for some of you, or just really anything that you've been trying to really put a lot of action to and make it happen. And every time you try, it's kind of like this lightning bolt here, setting this tree on fire, you know, striking this tree. It's like you really try to get it going, and then it just, something bad happens. Something, you know, it just doesn't work out the way that you want it to. And you've been trying for, I think, really so long. Definitely seeing this Ten of Swords here. Like, you've tried, you failed, and it's really weighing you down. But I kind of see that you're not giving up either, like, or that you haven't given up. You keep trying. And with this Queen of Pentacles here, I kind of really feel like it's going along with the Divine. Where, you know, they've seen this and they've been watching over you. But it's really not the right, it wasn't really the right time yet for you to be able to have this moment that you've been trying to fight so hard for. So I see that possibly in the month of August, or maybe you're doing it now, that you're kind of like this child here where you just kind of sit and you're just kind of like, okay, let me calm down for a moment. Okay, let me think this through. Let me look at, you know, he's looking at all of these cups and maybe like looking at all of the options. Also similar with pile 1, there was a star in there. This is a bit of a different kind of star, but I got the same message either way. Especially this one. This is like a wishing star. This is a shooting star. So maybe wishing for something. Again, similar to pile 1, but like looking at these oracle cards up here, I think you're kind of figuring it out, or the Divine is helping you figure it out, and that's why you're kind of like rising up to, I would say, your own expectations, the Divine's expectations of you, because really they just want you to be happy with what you're doing. Okay, they want you to be fulfilled. They want you to be you. I don't know why this bird is striking out to me so much. Maybe it'll come up in some of the other cards. It's kind of what I'm getting so far, but let's go ahead, get some more cards, see if we can kind of enhance this message a little bit more. So we have harmony, power, self-confidence, productivity. Okay. Yeah. Maybe some of your confidence has been kind of hurt because of this energy from the past. Of trying and failing and trying and failing. But I see it balancing next month where you're regaining that confidence, you're regaining your power, and you're regaining your productivity. You are putting in work again, but maybe this time around it's starting to work better. Or maybe you've put some time off because this keeps happening. You know, like I said, it's like you sat with it for a bit and you're just kind of like, okay, maybe there's a new way of doing this. But yeah, next month I kind of see it as like it finally working out. Like you finally figuring out that answer. Next we have shark. Perception, focus, fear, action. Okay. Yeah, changing your maybe your view on things, you're having a different perception on things, you're perceiving things differently, you're able to focus better, and being able to rise up to whatever that goal is that you want to be doing. That's kind of what I'm seeing, like this glowing, you know, portal, I want to say, is like you're figuring it out and you're aiming towards it. So, and you're taking action towards it. Maybe with the fear that's popping up, maybe for some of you or all of you, maybe this new perception does kind of scare you a bit. Okay, but I do feel like you're divinely protected to do this. Like, this is okay. Like, you need to do what scares you sometimes in order for the good thing to happen. Maybe with this bird, maybe it's kind of like taking off like that. Flying up to what you're meant to do, what you want to do. We got renewal with frog spirit. And we also have wild rose fairy with love. Okay. Wow. Oh my god, flying. I mean, look at her. I'm hoping you can kind of see her a little bit. But, like, she's flying through these flowers, through the air, in between the flowers with ease. Her posture kind of makes me think of this child sitting there, figuring it out. But then there's that renewal. You figured it out. And now you're able to fly. And you're going to love it. I think you're in love with what you're doing, with what this answer is. It might be scary, but it's like, yeah, okay. But I got to do it. And it's going to bring you so much love, I think, with yourself, too. Like I feel like there's just relief. That's why I'm kind of taking a big breath right now. I'm just kind of like, wow, yeah. And you're going to love yourself for it, because you're going to cheer yourself on, because you're like, I did it. I did the thing that I feared the most, and it worked out. It wasn't so bad after all. I didn't really have to be that afraid of it. See what else we got here. We have dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Yep. Do something to change your energy. Do something to change that. Maybe that the old way of trying to make something work, but it's like, no, that's not the right way to do it. So you got to figure out that new way. Yeah. You're going to feel so free about it. Okay. And then we also have protection. I just said you're divinely protected. Divinely protected. It's okay to do that thing that kind of scares you. But protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Yes. Your guides are looking out for you. It's okay that it's a little scary, but you're going to be protected and you're going to rise up. Okay. So I got these Moonology cards here because of the Supermoons that are going to be coming up next month. So we got Look at the Bigger Picture, Full Moon in Sagittarius. Yep. Maybe what you're seeing right now or in the past, it's just, it's too small. There's a bigger answer. There's more to look at. And when you finally look at all of these, all of your cups here, all of the answers, it'll finally like this arrow. It feels like it's shooting upward. Again, it's kind of like with that person going up to the portal. You're shooting up. Once you find that bigger picture, find all the answers, you're going to shoot up. God, it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. Yes. Release this Ten of Swords and the negative Ace of Wands here. And then step out of your comfort zone. North Node. Oh my god. Step out of your comfort zone. It's okay that it's scary. In North Node, going towards your purpose. Going towards what makes you you. So, you know, same message as in pile 1, just in a different way. Step out of your comfort zone. I can't believe that. Also a lot of purple here with these 2 cards. A little bit of purple here within the protection card, so I definitely get a very divine feeling from that. Just adding more, I think, to that protection. Yes. Yes. And then maybe also for some of you who, you know, I was mentioning about, like, that psychic ability to being able to astral travel, maybe connecting with your spirit guides, being able to successfully have that ability kind of click for you. With this purple energy, I kind of feel that as well. Yes. Okay. So that's what I got so far for your cards. I don't really see anything else right now, but I do want to go ahead. I didn't shuffle these. I forgot to for pile 1, and so I just shuffled them on camera because they're smaller. So I'm going to do the same thing for you. Since I shuffled it for pile 1, I'm going to do the same thing for you. Though this card seemed like it wanted to come out when I picked up the deck, so let's just go ahead and see what that says. Hocus Pocus Focus. The witch sends the concentration you need, yes, for your own life. Do not give away a single scrap of energy to others who do not believe in you. You are the essence. Focus on your needs. Okay. Yes, focus on you. Okay, let's see what else pops out. Alright. Ooh, we got Divine Magic. You are part of nature, an embodiment of the divine in human form, and your humanity is sacred. Know you were born of Mother Earth, that you belong here, and she embraces you. You will return to her and transform once again. That has such the energy of that first card of just rising up. Yeah. That is definitely more of like what I was first picking up on with the psychic ability stuff. Yeah. Finding your whole, you know, like, you're just the whole purpose, your whole self is what I'm getting as well. Okay. Let's go ahead and get one more card. Kind of feel like maybe these two. I'm gonna come up. Come and go in love. Merry meet and merry part. Bright the cheeks and warm the heart. Gatherings bring joy, but the witch reminds you to honor the farewell. Know you will meet your soul friends again when the circle has turned. Okay, so maybe that's something that you fear too. Maybe that's maybe not so much. I didn't feel like, for at least most of you, that it was like a physical thing that you're leaving. But honor the farewell, you know, maybe leaving behind of what isn't working for you. It could also be somebody that isn't working for you either. But we come and go in love, you know, love of what you do, love yourself, that kind of thing. Free will and wonder. These 8 words. The read for full. And ye harm none, do what you will. Be free. The witch encourages you to express your magic your own way. We need only act with love. Yes. But also I feel like freedom from this past, freedom from the negativity, freedom from trying so hard, from what little that you know of or knew of your, your situation in the beginning. But you're going to see the bigger picture and you're going to rise to the top. Okay. So that's all for your cards. Next thing I do want to do is something I haven't done in videos before. I have played with these in my own readings to myself. And these are witch runes that I have. I don't remember where I found these, because I didn't buy them myself. I found them and then I shared them with my husband, being like, oh, I want to get these one day, and then I think he got them for me for Christmas. But we're going to go ahead, see how many want to come out. I got 3 last time for pile 1. And then we will read, ooh, alright, okay, and 4, okay. Alright, so we got 4. This one popped up right, so we'll start with that one. Pile 1 got that one too, and they also got this one. So the eye, which is the last one here that I flipped over, this one, if it lands like on or near other runes, then that just means that that's probably going to be more of importance for you. So I'm actually going to go ahead and separate these because they all came out at the same time. So I kind of feel like they kind of have the same energy going on here. But we're going to start with this one that flipped over. And this one is called the Waves. Waves is a flowing rune commonly associated with water and the color blue. Some of its meanings could be being moved, deep connection to spirit world, which is something we've been talking about, going with the flow, which maybe is something that you maybe need to learn a little bit more. Maybe you've been forcing too much. You just need to go with the flow. Feeling that things are out of your control, which is something that is definitely obvious with the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Confusion, mystery, unclear answers, insecurity, passing time, feeling as though you are being passed. Okay. So maybe you kind of feel like at the moment you haven't been getting the right connection, which I think is something I did say in the beginning. Like maybe you've been trying to reach out to your spirit guides, but it hasn't been really working well. But I mean, looking at your reading here, I think you're going to find the answer, and you're going to be able to reach out soon. Which I did see number 3. 3 is like one of my lucky numbers. And I feel very divinely connected to the number 3. There's a lot of reasons for that. That's, I don't really feel the need to talk about why, but 333, we just talked about that, which I think was kind of like optimism, growth, and luck. So, since that was something we were just talking about with you struggling, I think you're going to have luck being able to reach out to them. And then for these, we're going to start with the eye. It says the eye is a very spiritual rune, often paired with the color purple or white. Its common meanings are power, importance, confidence, focus, the truth, witnessing, seeing things as they truly are, psychic abilities, the lifting of the veil, which I think that feels a lot more with your reading, lifting what you cannot see, and then visual activities. So we're going to see what the focus is with these two. which, where is it? There we go. Okay, so this first one here is called the Romance. Romance, like the Rings, which came up in pile 1, is a very bonding rune, often associated with hues of pink and red. Some of its meanings could mean, which I did see pink and red with this first full moon in Sagittarius, and then with the dance. So we got relationships, partnerships, infatuation, deep emotional connections, a soulmate, harmony with another person or group, feeling mutual love, close friendships, a growing appreciation, and marriage is coming. Okay, so maybe for some of you that kind of resonates more with a romantic aspect to what we were kind of talking about. We do have love that popped up too. Okay. So maybe there's some answers around love that you've been wondering about, and that's finally going to be clearer to you in the month of August. Maybe if we're just going to solely focus on love, maybe you've been having past relationships that haven't worked out, or maybe you've been trying to have a relationship with somebody but it's just not working out, and you don't know why. Maybe that person isn't for you, or those people aren't for you, depending on how many dates you've tried to be on, how many relationships you've been in, and it's just something just keeps not working out for you, and you're just trying to figure out why. You're wondering why, and you're wishing this can happen for you because you really do want to get married someday, maybe have kids someday too, with a significant partner, with a significant other. But I kind of see that in August, that is going to become clearer for you. That is it. You come and go in love. Yeah, coming in and out of relationships. Merry meet and merry part. Bright the cheeks and warm the heart. Honor the farewell. Honor the past relationships you've had. But know, it says, know you will meet your soul friends again when the circle has turned. Know that you will meet your soulmate. Okay? It'll happen when it's meant to happen, but maybe it's meant to happen next month for some of you. Maybe you are going to find that person. You are going to find the one. Maybe you have to step out of your comfort zone a little bit to do it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe for some of you, maybe a blind date or something that doesn't, maybe that you're like, no, that doesn't appeal to me, but maybe that's how you do meet them. Maybe you meet them in a way that you're just not going to expect. I mean, that kind of happened for me, with me and my husband. I had always said for years that I would never, this is teenager me, okay. I met my husband in my early 20s, but throughout my entire teenage years, I'm like, I will never date somebody online. I would never do the long distance thing. I will never do that. And guess what happened? I met him online through a mutual friend, and we were long distance for 5 years. And we finally got married. I graduated before college didn't work out for him, but it worked out for me. So we got engaged after I was done with college. And Yeah, that was when we decided, no, we're done being far apart. Okay, I'm not saying that that's going to happen with you, but I just wanted to bring that little bit out of, like, stepping out of your comfort zone. I was going back and forth for such a long time, being like, no, that's weird, I'm not going to do that, but it just, obviously, it worked out, and it was meant to be. So that might happen for you as well. And then in the middle here, let's see, we have, what was this one called again that pile one had? The Flight. Flight is a sociable rune associated with the color white or light blue. Some of the meanings could be movement, communication, the spread of information, traveling, cause and effect, methods of travel, social media, networking, talking, word of mouth, and the news. So maybe it is for some of you similar to my situation, where you'll meet the one online. Maybe you'll do a dating app, and you're just like, no, I don't like these dating apps. Maybe that's dumb. But it ends up working out for you. Maybe for some of you, with maybe going back to the spiritual connection kind of part of all of this, maybe you'll join like a group online or something like that you'll feel connected with. I also kind of felt like with cause and effect, because like I said, this popped up for pile 1 as well. Cause and effect for them was like endings and beginnings kind of thing, and maybe it's going to be the same for you, ending this old pattern, beginning anew. Okay, renewing with this frog spirit. You got renewal there, so yeah. Okay, so there is one more thing that I would like to do really quick. Let me just push these up. And it worked for pile 1. I said that if it didn't work for pile 1, then I was just going to cut it out, and I wasn't going to do it for any of the other piles. But since it worked, I'm going to do it with you guys, and hopefully it will work again. This is something that my husband and I did very recently. Just needed especially my husband, just really needed some clarity on something. And he was under a lot of stress, trying to figure things out. And so I brought this up to him, and we did it, and it worked out really well. And I thought, well, maybe I can do this in my readings too once in a while, and see if it works, and maybe it'll help you guys out as well. So it's this like little pendulum board, and you ask it a question. Up and down is yes, right to left is no. Diagonal, you have maybe or rephrase, and then diagonal this way, it's now or wait. So I thought maybe I'll give you guys some time, think of a question, and whatever the pendulum swings towards will be your answer. Okay, so I'm gonna see, I felt drawn. I think I felt mostly drawn to bring out the pendulum that my husband and I use, which is this, it's this rose quartz pendulum, which I thought it would be the amethyst one that I picked out, which I'm not sure if I'll use for any of the readings. We'll see. I've still got 2 more to go, but with the rose quartz, kind of felt similar with pile 1. It was talking about maybe some self-love, figuring themselves out. Kind of feel like the same thing for you, self-love as well, but now that we brought up romance, there we go, it kind of connects as well. So maybe you want to ask a question about romance, maybe you want to ask a question about the spiritual abilities that we were talking about, maybe you just want to simply ask about the month of August, but really, because this reading is about the month of August, but really, I want it to be open to any kind of question that you need answered right now. So, I'm going to go ahead, set this up. Okay, give it a little bit of slack. I think, yeah, we can kind of see it. Yeah, okay. And then I'm going to go ahead, give you 5 seconds to really focus on your question. And then we'll watch the pendulum swing, hopefully. And if you need to, you can go ahead, pause the video to really think of a question if you want. But let's just go ahead. I'll give you these 5 seconds. I'll count slowly though, so a slow 5-second count. And I'll lift the pendulum and we'll watch it swing. All right. And go ahead and think of your question. Okay. Alright, so pile 1 got yes as well. Yours is swinging up and down, meaning yes. Took a little bit, so maybe there was some uncertainty with what you wanted to have answered, but that is what we got. So, yeah, so you got a yes, so that's really good, right? I hope. But other than that, I really hope that you enjoyed your reading. I hope it resonated with you. Thank you so much for coming by, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Okay, hello pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you are here, that means you chose both of the turquoise crystals. So, just because one was labeled from China and the other one was labeled from Africa when I bought these, really they just kind of mean the same thing, you know, still just a turquoise. But what these crystals mean is that they bring luck, peace, and protection. It is a soft and gentle truth seeker. It invites you to plunge beneath the surface and to figure out what is working for you and what isn't. Okay. So maybe some like divine protection going on right now, but like luck and peace are coming your way, and being able to kind of like leave behind the old, bring in the new, which has kind of been a running theme from the past 2 piles, but that is also something that I have been seeing a lot of lately with readings and stuff. Of just kind of like I said, like negative blockages just being cleared away, you know, bring in that positive energy. Okay, but let's go ahead and look at your cards and see how it relates to these crystals. Okay, pile 3, so here are your cards. You've got Sacred Convergence and Celestial Rose of Ma. So from these 2 cards, definitely like a coming together between probably like 2 people. This could be romance. I know pile 2 did touch a little bit on romance. It wasn't about the entire reading, it was just like a little bit of something, so maybe you came in from pile 2 and this is just confirmation of that. But it's definitely it definitely doesn't have to be about romance, but it's just like a coming together of possibly maybe like 2 people. We did have a little bit of a touch on in pile 1 of like a community. It could be a community, but these cards are definitely talking about, you know, maybe like 2 people, somebody coming in and 2 people like really building each other up, building like self-confidence. Maybe this person will help you think in ways that you haven't really thought of before, and then it becomes a little clearer. Maybe this person, I'm also trying to think of like how it relates to your crystals. Maybe this person is helping to like let go of the old, bring in the new kind of thing. with, you know, with that theme that we have going on with the cards today. Or maybe both of you are, you know, are helping each other out, taking out the old, bringing in the new kind of thing. But just a convergence of two people really helping lift each other up in some way. And it could be like a spiritual connection, you know, seeing that we have sacred here. Maybe making you feel more comfortable about your spirituality. Maybe both of you making each other feel comfortable in your spirituality, because maybe you have some common thoughts, common feelings, just common ways that you do things, and it just really makes you feel more confident in that. So yeah, just a coming of two people really lifting each other up in some way. Let's go ahead and bring in some more cards to see if maybe we can elaborate more on this connection that seems to be coming up in August for you. And let's see what we got here. What we got here, this is a deck that I haven't really used yet, so I'm not too familiar with it, but this kind of deck, it's the vice versa tarot. So you got one side looking one way, and then you flip it over, you've got the side looking another way. So I'm going to be looking at these cards the way that they popped up when I was shuffling. So at the moment we've got the Nine of Cups, and then you've got the Two of Cups, which the Two of Cups is talking about two people coming together. You have the Queen of Wands, I believe that's the Queen, that's the Queen of Wands. And then you have the Three of Wands. What I'm seeing here, like, your tarot cards are actually very easy to to get this message from. The other two, I had to kind of sit with it for a moment to kind of figure it out, but yours just like popped right out to me. What I'm seeing here, I really don't like this man here in this card, just because I wish I could show you a little bit more of that facial expression. Yeah, it's too blurry. It just looks very smug to me. Like, almost kind of like manipulative in a way. Like, the Nine of Cups is a very wishful card, and wishes did pop up in the first two piles, and you also, these piles so far have a star theme, and when I'm seeing the star, I really am thinking wishes. And this man standing here, I kind of feel like he's, you know, crushed maybe these wishes, maybe dreams in the past. Doesn't have to be a man, it can be anybody. So maybe someone, like I said, doesn't have to be a man, but someone possibly in the past has crushed some sort of dream, some sort of wish, some sort of like interest maybe. Because if we flip this card over, it looks very positive with like this woman flying over the cups. It looks like she's got some kind of horn, and it kind of feels very like spiritual to me, and it kind of like makes me feel like she's gonna fill the cups up maybe with like water from her horn or something like that. But yeah, this guy, I just don't like that face. I just don't like his face, so I kind of feel like maybe somebody in some way has like crushed something in the past, maybe like your spirit in the past. But then we've got the Two of Cups, where someone is coming in, and like I said, you know, this convergence of two people, somebody coming in and lifting your spirits back up, lifting your self-confidence back up. Maybe both of you are doing the same thing for each other. Maybe they went through a similar thing. And like this card, like, even though this is the reverse side of this card, because you see that it's lighter on the other side, but it popped up to me this way, and it doesn't feel like it's anything bad to me. Again, we got the star, and I said about wishes, like maybe somebody coming in and seeing your interest, seeing your wish, seeing your potential, seeing just a way to help lift you back up, you know. Maybe seeing that shining spark in you and seeing a spark in each other and just wanting to ignite it again. And also with the snakes here, it does talk about healing, which I'm kind of, it's like I'm getting, I think it's Hermes vibe, the Greek god, the messenger god. And this is also the symbol of like the like doctors, like the medical profession, these intertwining snakes. So I feel like there's going to be some healing in that way. And with this night scene, you know, like I said, you know, you flip it over, they were in the sunlight, but this shows them under a starry sky. Does kind of make me think, like with that sacred convergence, that this is probably more spiritual. This is a more spiritual connection. Maybe somebody, like let's say, for example, this could be you. It doesn't have to be, but like let's say, for example, you wanted to get into stuff like this with tarot readings, and you are interested in it, you feel connected with it, you want to do this, but this person was just like kind of like, no, it's not real, it's weird, it's, you know, you don't want to get into that, it's just too weird. But like, you've left that behind. Now with this new person coming in, it's just kind of like, no, I get you. I get what you're saying, I feel this too. Or, I'm interested in this stuff too. Let's get into it together. Okay. And then with these two cards here at the end, I just kind of see it as just, you know, in August, like I said, you know, probably coming together, starting anew, leaving that negative stuff in the past, leaving this, maybe even this negative person in the past, but coming together a bit inexperienced. Okay, we got the Queen of Wands here, and her back is facing us, the back of the chair is facing us, but she's also sitting in this chair that is like full of tree roots. So I feel really connected to nature with this card, because if we flip her over, look at that. You know, very connected with nature, in green, in this forest. Even her wand has like leaves at the top of it. You know, it's just a very naturey scene. But we flip it back over, it's not so naturey, you know. And it's the same thing with this card on the end. I flip him over, and again, he's standing in front of a forest. You know, and both of these cards make me feel like one with nature. He's also holding, in this shape, it's like fire and water. Maybe you're a water or fire sign, and this person that's coming in is a water or fire sign, so maybe like it's kind of like this opposites attract kind of thing. So maybe like you're a water sign but they're a fire sign, or vice versa. If you don't know what the signs are, water signs are specifically, I'm focusing on sun signs though. Water signs are specifically Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay, so if you are one of those, you could be that person, and then you're probably looking for your elemental opposite. maybe for some, you know, it may not be that way for all of you, but probably for some of you, looking for that opposite thing. But like, flipping these two back over, what I see is just an experience, but looking at what you have ahead of you, ahead of both of you, working together on this adventure, on especially the spiritual adventure of just learning together. Yeah. I love that. If it's not something spiritual, then it's definitely just, you know, in general, just kind of coming in on whatever you feel like you need help and they need help too, and you just kind of help each other out, and then you figure it out together. Okay, so that's what I see in August so far. Let's go ahead and pull out some more cards. And this one is very eager to pop out. So we've got healing, reconnecting with your true nature. I love that. Oh, and it's 33 too, which again, that popped up in the first two piles too. Not specifically like 33 right off the bat like that. So it coming as 33 right away definitely makes me think this is very spiritual. This is a very spiritual pile. But there's definitely healing from this negative person going on, and healing together. Yeah, and just reconnecting to your true self, to who you are. Okay. These ones are quite a bit. So we got 4 spirit animal cards that came out. So first one is Caribou. Perseverance, resourcefulness, movement, determination. Okay. So we persevere with someone. Don't want to give up on, you know, what you believe in. Resourcefulness, probably with each other, you know, getting the right information with each other. Movement, moving forward with this endeavor, with this interest, and determined to find the answers. White rhinoceros, stability, confidence, steadiness, abundance. Okay, so that's a little bit different with the abundance. You know, if we are talking about money, abundance is something that has been popping up in a lot of readings, and a lot of and just people just talking about, you know, what's coming up. But like I said, abundance is, I think I've said this before, abundance doesn't have to be just money. It can be abundance with anything. So maybe like abundance with knowledge, with what you want to get into, your interests with this other person, stability with those interests, confidence in those interests, steadiness with that interest. We also have albatross, faith. Alright, faith, endurance, journey, and hope. Yes. Got that journey right here. Faith in what you believe in. Endurance to keep going. You know, with that perseverance also. Yes. And then we also have snow leopard. Mystery, agility, belief, sensitivity. Okay. So mystery and the unknown. Mystery of what is to come, but you know, you've got that belief still there. You know, you're not giving up on what you believe in. Agility, probably still going with that movement, you know, wanting to get going, that determination. But like sensitivity, maybe you are a sensitive person, which is why that guy in the Nine of Cups got to you so much. You know, that person got to you so much. But thankfully, there's going to be a person coming in that's going to, you know, see the real you and help you push forward. Let's see, we also have the ever unfolding rose. Ooh, and which then we also have the rose under here too. Cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. Okay. Yes. Cracked open. Maybe there's some truth that's coming out because of this Nine of Cups guy energy that he gives off. Finally just like cracking open the truth, just like cracking open the realization of just kind of like, man, this person's holding me back and I can't deal with that anymore. But it's a hard situation to be in too, because like if you need to leave this person behind, you're probably going to let them know, and that's going to be a hard conversation to have. Okay, but again, it's happening for you, not to you. You know, that this needs to happen. If you feel like this needs to happen, then it really does need to happen. Yeah, cracking open your beliefs, cracking open the real you. It's such a, I mean, look at her. She's like, try to pick up this card. You can't really see her too well, but like, it almost looks like the rose is coming out of her. You know, she's leaned back, arms spread out, and this beautiful rose is just coming out of her. We also have boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Where do you need to establish boundaries with that person? We also have this card, you know, with this line and the dots going through the middle of her body, you know, so it's kind of like you set up these boundaries, it's going to realign yourself. You get with this person that you're going to have this adventure with, and they're going to help you realign. Okay. I mean, look at all these hands reaching out to her. Maybe it's more than one person that's been crushing your interests, crushing what you really want to do, crushing your wishes. And you're like, enough. Like, she has these hands that are like flexed, being like, enough, to the side of her. And yeah, you're just not having it anymore. I also have Aspen Spirit Courage. So the courage to go ahead and do this, to say no more. Also, I'm looking at these butterflies here. You know, this beautiful transformation that you're about to go into. We also have 3 again. So optimism, luck, and growth. And then we also have Dragonfly Spirit Change, which we got a 12 here. 1 plus 2 is 3. Some change, yes. Ah. Beautiful. I love it. I love it for you. It's going to be such a beautiful change. This is a beautiful journey that you're going to be on with this person. I'm kind of like wondering too, maybe for most of you it is going to be a physical person, but I kind of wonder if maybe if it's not a physical person for some of you, maybe this is like somebody that you're really looking up to. Maybe it's a person on YouTube. Like I mentioned that I do watch readings on YouTube from other people, and maybe there's like a certain person that you really feel connected to and you want to learn more from. You know, as an example, not saying that it is for sure going to be like a tarot reader on YouTube, but just like somebody who you are inspired by. But with convergence, it does more so, I think, talk about like a physical person coming in and you're helping each other out. So, I also have the Moonology deck here, and the reason I pulled this out was because of the 2 Supermoons that are happening in August. I thought that there were 3 cards that I pulled out for you, but it actually ended up being 5. So we're just going to go ahead and go with it and see what these cards say. You've got A Time for Healing, Balsamic Moon. Ooh, yes. A Time for Healing. Perfect. August is going to be a lot about healing. Also, with the turquoise, you got that protection, too. You got Expect Powerful Change, New Moon and Eclipse. Yes. Just enhancing that change card with this dragonfly spirit. Also have You Are Good Enough. That's such a good reminder from Spirit. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. I love that. I love that image of like being in the moon too. And she's got a flower crown around her head. And it looks she just looks so content. And I feel like that's kind of you. That's going to be you in August. Just very content with who you are. You also have Be Bold and Make the First Move, Cardinal Moon. Alright. Maybe make the first move to let that negative person or negative energy go. And then show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. Yes. Which, full moon in Aquarius is actually here? Or is it coming up? Full moon in Aquarius is definitely... It's definitely something else that's happening. So the reason... So the for you to get that card, full moon in Aquarius, is definitely something. Show the world the real you. Yes. It's okay to be you. Whoever is telling you that it's weird for you to have this interest in whatever it is, don't listen to them, okay? Don't listen to them, but if it does help to have this other person who it does seem like is going to be coming in to your life in the month of August, and, you know, that person is the one that's really going to be helping you out, that's great. If that's what you need, and if that's what maybe the divine thinks you need to help you out, that is beautiful. That is amazing. Oh my god. You also see her like pouring this water out, but she's vulnerable in her own skin and is comfortable as well. Oh, I love it. It's like content and comfortable. Yes. Okay. So, I had forgotten in pile 1 to shuffle these cards ahead of time, but I shuffled it on screen because they were small enough and it doesn't hurt my hands any, so I'm going to go ahead and do this for you as well. that one wanted to come out. Let's see if we can get something else. Okay, I think that one wanted to come out, and this one is kind of poking out as well. So, this one that wanted to jump out, let's read that first. We have the Coven. A witch sometimes works with the Coven every full moon to raise energy. The witch now sends an etheric magical support group. They will gather about you, celebrating your dreams and wishes. Yay! So, you know, maybe this person is kind of maybe encourage you to join a coven that maybe they are a part of. Doesn't have to be like that at all. You know, but it definitely is talking about celebrating your dreams and wishes, which is something we've been talking about. Okay, and then we also have potent potions. Today, the witch makes you a wondrous potion in the etheric realm. A brew to bring energy, focus, and intent. With every drop you drink this day, feel calm, vitality, and joy. Ooh. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, pick up this one. Okay, there we go. And then, oh, this one popped up in pile 2, I think it was. The witch sends the concentration you need for your own life. Do not give away a single scrap of energy to others who do not believe in you. You are the essence. Focus on your needs. Yes, so leave behind the negative comments, the negative thoughts that you may be thinking of, you know, people that are thinking of you. You know, don't let it bother you anymore. Just leave it behind. Focus on you. Focus on what you believe. And like I said, this person that's coming to you seems like they're gonna really help you out with that. So let's move on to something else. These are called my witch runes. Okay, I don't remember where I got these. I picked them out, and then my husband got them for me, I think for Christmas, so I forget where he bought them. But we're gonna go ahead and draw some of these, and then I'll read the meanings to you. First 2 piles, I pulled out 3. Let's see how many we get. So aiming for 3 as well. Okay, there we go. We got 3. Ooh, we got the moon one, moon rune. Okay. We just put these off to the side. So yeah, we got the moon. We have the eye again. Okay, since that landed close to here, that's probably going to be more of the focal point. Oh, interesting. We have a blank one. I haven't had that pop up before. I've only used them for myself maybe like 2 times, but I haven't had that one pop up before. But that's the focus. So right away, that's kind of telling me that mystery, you know, with the, what is it, the snow leopard? Yeah, the snow leopard. And then you got that journey that we mentioned that you'll be going on with this person, or maybe a group of people. It's just this mystery of the unknown. So that's the focus right now. You don't know what's going to be ahead of this, but you know that this is still positive. Okay. So, but let's go ahead and let's actually focus on this for a moment. So with the eye, which I think has popped up. Yeah, it popped up in both readings. So, we got the eye is a very spiritual rune, often paired with the color purple, which we do have a lot here of. Purple or white. Its common meanings are power, importance, confidence, focus, the truth, witnessing, seeing things as they truly are, which does go, I think, does it go with your turquoise? Yeah, I think it does, in a way, like, Yeah, it's a soft and gentle truth seeker. So that ties in together. But, inviting you to see the truth in things. Psychic abilities, which we've been mentioning. Lifting of the veil, so maybe lifting, not just spiritually, not just the spiritual veil, but also, like, the veil to see the truth. And then visual activities. And then, like I said, with the blank rune here, that there's no meaning to it in my little guidebook here, but like it really is just I think it has to do with mystery. That's gonna be the main focus point. Let's just you just jump right in. This is good for you, and you're gonna see where it takes you. But now let's go to the moon. And the moon is a bit of a mysterious rune, so more mystery. Often associated with secretive energy and the color silver. Some of its meanings could be long-term changing, transitioning from one thing to another. We've been talking about those. Slow change. So, yeah, again, this kind of seems like I said, with the journey going on, you're not going to just discover it right away. You're going to go on a journey with this person or people and figure it out as you go. Hidden agendas, secrets being kept, probably from this, the negative stuff going on. The imagination, feminine energy, a woman in your life. So maybe this person coming in is a woman, identifies as a woman, or maybe the negative person is a woman or identifies as a woman. Cyclic motion, good. Good is greater than bad, bad is greater than good. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so just change and positive change, mystery. Like I said, this person coming in is probably a woman, or the person who has been feeding you these negative feelings or thoughts is a woman. That being said, you probably know who I'm talking about then. Yeah, that's all I'm getting from the room. So let me go ahead and push these up really quick. We got one more thing to do. It worked for the first two piles, more so for pile 1. Pile 2 was kind of like a little iffy, but it still kind of worked. Just a little slower. This is something I wanted to try out, and it's something that my husband and I did very recently because my husband was actually really stressed out about something, and I thought of this idea to do that may make him feel better, which it did. But it did give me an idea to maybe try this in a reading, see if it works. And what it is this, oh my god, words. It's like this pendulum board with the up and down being yes, right to left being no, and then in the diagonals we got maybe and rephrase, and then now and wait. So I thought it would be fun to bring this in. You can ask a question either about next month, about the reading, maybe like who is this person coming in, or if you're unsure of who is really affecting you negatively, maybe you can ask that. Or maybe like, maybe you kind of already have an idea of what this person is. Maybe you've already met them before, and you're like, maybe it's this person, and maybe I should really talk to them, or, something like that. But really, I have it open for you wanting to ask any kind of question. And what I'll do is that I'll prep it right now. You can go ahead and pause the video. Okay, just waiting for it to calm down a little. I do have to say, reading has a lot of energy, because when I was trying to draw your cards, the cards were just flying all over the place, and now the pendulum was swinging all over the place. But what I'm going to do is count to 5. I'm going to slowly count to 5. Give you guys some time to really concentrate on your question. You can go ahead and pause the video too to really think about your question, and maybe like figure out the right phrasing for it. And then you can press play, and then you can watch the pendulum swing. But what I'm going to do is just slowly count to 5, and then I'm going to lift the pendulum, and whichever way it swings is how it swings. Alright, so let's go ahead and start now. Just think of your question, and we'll see what the pendulum says. Oops. Okay. I did kind of mess that up a little bit. I accidentally touched the board, but it was kind of swinging a little bit there, so let's try again. Think of your question, really focus on it, and let's try again. Okay, now it's kind of evening out a little bit. Again, a lot of energy here. It is saying maybe, and rephrase, it's kind of going back the same. So let's try one more time. Alright, think of your question, maybe rephrase it. Just take a deep breath. Let's take another one, because I didn't prepare you guys. So let's take a deep breath together. Focus on that question. Maybe phrase it a different way. Let's try again. Okay, so you are actually getting a no. First two piles got a yes, but you are actually getting a no. So that is all I wanted to do with you guys today. I really hope that this reading resonated with you. I wish you the best of luck next month. And yeah. I wish you the best of luck. Leave this negative stuff behind. Alright. And I hope everything works out with your journey and this person that seems like it's going to be coming into your life. Alright, so I wish you guys the best. Have a good August. Thank you so much for coming to this reading, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Okay, hello pile 4. Welcome to your reading. If you are here, that means that you chose the Indigo Gabbro as well as the Lepidolite. So we're going to go ahead and read the meanings of these crystals. I do have some cards here that came with these crystals. I believe I got this crystal bundle off of Etsy, so I'll go ahead and link that down below. I said that in pile 1. I forgot to say it in the last 2 piles, but that was only because they didn't get crystals from the same company, so I didn't think about it. I completely forgot. But what these like bundles are, I think there's like 50 crystals in them, and then you get these little cards that come with it, and then they'll tell you the meaning of each crystal. The only thing is that you have to match the crystals to the right cards on your own. So it's a little bit of a challenge. It's kind of fun though. But there are definitely a couple of crystals that I had that I was just kind of like, oh my god, this doesn't look anything like the card. And then I look it up online to see, and it's like, oh, well, yeah, okay, I guess it could look like that. But this company also has the same crystals and tumbled stones as well. So I'll probably just link the company page, and then if you want to buy from them, you can definitely go ahead and do that. Hopefully they still exist on Etsy. I don't know. But yeah, if I can find them, I'll definitely link them down below. But, oh, I forgot to change out your incense. One second, let me do that for you. Okay, there we go. We got your incense going. We're going to start with the Indigo Gabbro first. So Indigo Gabbro is a grounding stone that helps one to understand the importance of individuals or events that have been neglected or disregarded as unimportant. It helps to calm one's mind and assists in preventing violence in both temper and expression. Indigo Gabbro helps provide a connection to the higher self, assisting in locating energy blockages within the body. This stone is often used to unlock negative thoughts in your subconscious and bring them out into the light. This helps one deal with and extinguish this negativity while fostering inner peace. Okay, so maybe there's just some internal work to do with, with your anger, with yourself, and yeah, just connecting with your higher self to unblock what positive energy you need to be bringing in. I don't know, when I was picking out these crystals, I did read a little bit on what each crystal meant with these cards. More so this one, specifically, the Indigo Gabbro. And when I read it, I was like, because this is why I was drawn to actually read from these cards and not look them up online. To see like what the internet may say instead, but like the anger, the internal anger really popped out to me, because I think it was it both the past two readings that I did? I know it was definitely the last reading where I had mentioned about like being careful with your energy, with your words, with your actions, stuff like that. I think in that reading it was like especially towards children, or like your own children or something like that. But really it can be about anybody. So I'm not sure if you came from that reading, but if you are, it's definitely popping up again. So I would say in the month of August, you are finding a way to get that negative energy out. So that's really good. That is definitely really good. And just connecting with a better you. Yeah. And let's see what Lepidolite says. Maybe it enhances this a little bit more. Lepidolite is a stone for those who need to bring calm and harmony to stressful and chaotic situations. Okay. This stone helps one sort out their feelings and provides support to those trying to overcome an addiction. Ooh. Okay. Lepidolite is often held as a worry stone when talking about personal issues, as it helps to provide additional support and encouragement in difficult times. This stone is perfect for those who own a business, play the stock market, or have money worries, as it also brings stability and aids in bringing good luck and wealth into your life. Okay, so I like that, but good luck, wealth into your life. Luck has definitely been like a common theme in my readings currently, especially the last one. And I've also heard other readers talking about luck and just, wealth and, or just abundance in money, financial abundance. Or just so much positivity coming in soon. But to hear that beginning part of what I was just saying and how it connects with your first stone here, yeah, month of August, you're definitely going to bring in that calm and harmony to whatever stress you've been going through, whatever chaos you've been going through, that is also hurting others at the same time. Especially family is definitely what I'm feeling. Though the addiction, does kind of bring in something that I didn't see the last reading, so maybe that's highlighting that reading a little bit more. Maybe I missed that somewhere. Maybe you're new and you didn't see that reading, so that's coming through. But definitely letting go of the negative. Whether, and addiction can be anything. It doesn't have to just be something that you're putting in your body. It can be anything. Addiction to maybe your phone. Addiction to work. Addiction to gambling. Anything like that, okay? You're going to be letting that go. You're going to be finding a way to let that go, or you're going to probably have like a support group to help let that go. But let's go ahead and get into the cards, see if we can elaborate more on these crystals, and yeah, let's just get right into it. Okay, I had to take a little bit of a break because the incense kind of got to me a little bit. My eyes were watering and I needed to kind of wash them a little bit. I'm okay now, but if you kind of hear me sniffling a little bit, it definitely got to my senses. But what we have here with your cards is you have the Hand of Fatima and the Impossible Made Possible. And I love that. I love that. So what I do see here is release of this negativity, like what we've already been saying. But I'm seeing this person here really reaching up, and it's, I don't know if you can really see it, but there is somebody, there's a being in this wave, okay? And it's kind of I kind of feel like it's kind of reaching up to the divine in a way, or just basically reaching out for help. And with the hand here like that, it's not only just meeting, both of these people just meeting, but I do get the sense of kind of of protection. And it makes me think of the hand that is also shown symbolizing with the evil eye, and the evil eye is all about protection, and that's kind of what it made me think of the first time I saw this card. I was like, okay, there's definitely protection going on here, so I definitely believe that you are divinely protected right now, and that you are seeking help, and you are planting the seed to get that help that will then allow you to spark a new endeavor, whether it be a new idea, just something new in your life that is going to help you push forward, release the negativity, let go of negativity around you that may be angering you so much and affecting other people. And with the impossible made possible, it's finally letting go of any doubt and fear that you may have, especially over yourself. Because the mind can be a very powerful thing. The mind can tell you so many things. Anxiety can tell you so many things that just aren't true. And so you're going to be reaching out for help to calm that part. Okay. And that could be in the form of anything. Like I was already saying, it could be reaching out spiritually. It could be maybe seeing a therapist. It could be reaching out to somebody that you know, like a friend or family member that you think can help you. If we're talking about addiction, I do think that there are certain groups that you can join, and you can be in a group that also have people who are also talking about either the same addiction or something else. But usually those kind of groups, I believe, are like the same addiction, and that way everybody can kind of go off of each other and help each other heal. So there's definitely got to be healing involved in some way come in August, and you're making that first move to it. Maybe you're thinking about at this current moment, maybe you're thinking about doing this. And this is just confirmation that you should. You should put the effort into that, because you need to be able to heal so you can move forward. And, for it to not only stop affecting you, but the others around you as well. But let's go ahead and put some more cards down so we can kind of enhance this reading even further. And let's see what we got here with our tarot cards. This tarot deck is the vice versa tarot deck, so like you got one side looking one way, and then the same card looks a different way when you flip it over. So I'm going to be reading these cards as they had shown to me. So first off, we have the Ten of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the King of Cups. Okay, so right away what I see pile for is exactly what I was just saying. Okay, so we got the Ten of Wands here with this guy lifting a heavy load, and usually the Ten of Wands is resembling like just taking on too much of a heavy load. We're just working too much, probably, and just a lot of very heavy stress. And I'm not surprised, because that's kind of what we've been talking about, and so much that it's not only affecting you, it's affecting others around you, kind of thing. So no wonder you're having possibly like these outbursts at other people. But I finally, again, see that lifting in the month of August. You putting in the work to release that with this Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. You're going to have a clear vision of what you need to do. And I really feel like, with this sword, this hand is holding it, it's like really cutting away probably like the ropes here of the stress. And there's going to be also like a sense of completeness too. And just like, you're just going to feel so much better, especially emotionally with this King of Cups here. This definitely, I feel like, resembles you. Being more like emotionally stable and feeling so much better about yourself that, I feel like others are going to take notice. Others are definitely going to take notice, and others are going to feel much better about it as well. But also what really matters too is for yourself. Feeling so much better. Cutting away these ropes to release the stress so you can feel whole again. It's definitely what I'm getting. Let's go ahead and get some more oracle cards. Because, I mean, it's a pretty, like, straightforward message from Spirit. See, oh, okay. We got 2. I think every other pile only got 1 of these cards. First we have Yin Yang, creating harmony through balance. Ooh, yes. Creating harmony through balance. And then we also got evolution, earth changes, climate change, transformation. So, I like these 3 dots as well. It kind of makes me think of something similar to pile... Shoot. Was it pile 3? Maybe pile 2? It had like a line going up through the middle of someone's body with these dots going up, and it kind of makes me think a line. And that's kind of what I see here too. You know, just this aligning of yourself. And then, you know, and harmony as too. Creating harmony through balance. These other piles, you know, the pile 1, 2, and 3, definitely had a lot of like a placement, like with stars showing like wishing, like somebody's wishing for this, and I don't get that in the same way for you, so I do kind of feel like this is definitely a different message, because right now it's already taken a different turn. The first 3 piles kind of had like a theme going, but for you it's a little bit different. But I am seeing stars in other places. You got stars in her hair here. You got the star and the pentacle. I know you probably can't, yeah, you can't really see it, but there are like these little twinkling stars in this card. And it really does kind of make me think not so much about wishes. I mean, maybe you have wished for it to get better. Maybe you've wished for this for a very, very long time. For things to just get better, and it seems like that it's going to be happening for you. But you're the one really putting in the work, and the divine is really helping you, is what I'm getting. But you're the one really putting in the work. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get some more cards. We have, this card will flip. There we go. We've got Dragonfly, Magic, Spontaneity, Immediacy, and Change. So more change. Also got the Butterfly here, which talks about transformation, which transformation came up here as well. We've got Wild Horse, Freedom, Sensitivity, Spirit, Partnership. Maybe you'll be fixing a partnership while you're healing. Oh, we got another hand on this horse. So definitely, I think about protection. Definitely divine. I think the divine is definitely they're helping you along this this journey. And let me inch these cards out a little so I can fit this 3rd card in here. There we go. Helping you to bring balance back into your life, helping you to realign. Yeah, you're definitely being guided. You're definitely being protected. Maybe you should wear an evil eye to protect yourself at this time too. I have some evil eye jewelry that I like to wear. This is actually part of it. It doesn't have an evil eye on it itself, but it did come in the pack. But actually, let me pull it up for you, just in case you're not aware of what it looks like. So we have like an evil eye. You can see the blue with the white and then the dot in the middle. It kind of looks like that. Wish it was a little bit bigger so you can see a bit better. But for the hand specifically, I have this bracelet here that has the evil eye all around it, and then there's this hand. You can't really see it too well. It has the evil eye in the middle. If I remember, maybe I'll link like an image of the hand below for you, so you can see if you're not sure of what it is. But yeah, maybe you can wear something like that, like a bracelet or a necklace or something. Oh, here's another hand. Can you see that? No, not really. Okay. So yeah, if I remember, I'll link it below. If it's something you're interested in, doesn't hurt, just jewelry. And that can just maybe help you feel a little bit more protected at this time while you're going through this transformation. But freedom from this negativity. Maybe with sensitivity, maybe you're finally, you're touching in with those emotions. You're becoming more sensitive, and that's okay. Like, embrace your sensitivity. With spirit, kind of has freedom and spirit going together like a free spirit. You're definitely going to be feeling free again, being yourself again. It may be a journey still to do that. I can't say that in the month of August it's all just going to go away. This may be a journey for you where you're going to need to put in some work for a while. But maybe for some of you it'll be kind of like a quick fix. But I mean, life is a journey. There's always ups and downs, and probably just learning ways to be able to heal, and that if anything negative does come up again, you can handle it better, so you don't just go back to the old ways. Okay. And then we also have Dolphin. Joy, light, flow, and compassion. Yay! So bringing joy back into the month of August, bringing joy back into your life, feeling lighter, going with the flow, bringing in compassion. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love that a lot for you. Oh my god! Okay, I just flipped over the next card. It's gonna go along with this butterfly here. We got transformation again. Oh, that's so good. It's so beautiful. Then we also have, oh, okay, the last pile got this too. Aspen Spirit Courage. You're going to have the courage to seek help. You're going to have the courage to ask for help. You got more butterflies here. Oh my god. Yes. Oh, this is so good. This is so good for you. Let's see what else we got here. We got play. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. So bring play back into your life, which whenever I see dolphin, that's like the first thing I think of is just play. And then we also have trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Okay. Niggle, I kind of feel like means intuition. Which I do think these first two cards kind of touch into, like, I think you kind of know that you need some sort of help. And to trust that feeling to seek out and get it. So, like, if I... Did I already say this already? I'll say it again, even if I did. But, like, if you have been wondering if you needed to go out and ask for help or seek some sort of help, in whatever way that may be for you, this is confirmation that you should do it. Okay, and then this is going to help you go forward. Yeah, I think I did already say that. But, yeah. This is so good. I'm just sitting here for a moment, just looking at your cards like, yay! I'm so happy for you to leave this behind. Yeah. I also like how she's holding herself here, it looks like to me. And there's also more dots here going through the middle of both of these women's bodies. So more aligning with your true self. But the way she's holding herself, it kind of feels like you need to hug yourself more. Okay. It's okay. You know, hug yourself and let it out. Let out that sensitive part. Cry if you need to. Go into maybe the shower or something and just let the water wash over you. Cry it out. Or maybe it's saying you can, like if you're going to therapy or something like that, or group counseling, that it's okay to cry in those moments as well, to just let it out. This is really good energy. I know it might be kind of scary, but like, look, this is just confirmation that everything's gonna be okay, and just as a reminder, you know, you're protected during this time, and that your guides are gonna help you through it. They're going to guide you through it. You're going to be okay. Next set of cards I want to get into are the Moonology cards, and I brought these out because of the 2 Supermoons that are happening in August. So first card we have is Hold Your Vision, Fixed Moon. Okay. So I think, again, with like that intuition of knowing what you need to do and having that thought of what your future could be if you like played more, if you were aligned with yourself more. You know, that vision of happiness, like true happiness. Hold on to that as you're going through this transformation, and I think that's what's going to really help you pull through this. You also have the energy is gaining momentum and waxing moon. Yeah. Gaining momentum to seek help. Gaining momentum to get to that vision. Okay. And then you also have believe in the impossible. Blue moon. We just had... What was it? Believe? Oh my god, let me pull it out again. It was the impossible made possible. Believe in the impossible. Yeah, you got this. You got this. What you doubted before in the past of like things are probably just never going to get better. This is just how it is. No. It's going to get better, and you're going to take that first step to get there. Okay. This is what the month of August can hold for you if you just take that first step. Again, I know it's scary, but seeking help, asking for help is okay, because it's going to lead you to a better outcome. That vision that you see your future in, that vision of being happy that you probably think is impossible, is possible. You just have to take that first step to do it. And it seems like the month of August, either you're going to do it. If you're still doubting yourself, this is confirmation that you should do it. Okay. And August is where it starts. So next set of cards that I'm going to do, I'm actually going to shuffle these because they're small enough and it won't hurt my hands any. I meant to shuffle these for pile 1 when I was getting into the reading until it came time to draw these cards, and I was like, oh no, I didn't shuffle it. So I've just been shuffling it for all the piles. So I'm going to shuffle it for you. Let's see what comes out. Okay, we got that one. This one, those two wanted to come out. Okay. And I kind of feel like this last one too. Alright, so the one that fell out, let's start with that one. And it says, the shadowed moon. The Lady of the Dark Moon shall reveal a secret. The dark moon is a time of inner knowledge. Today the witch sends you this mysterious energy to show you the truth. Okay. Dark moon of time is a time of inner knowledge, so really going within, you know, finding that harmony, finding that balance, going in, finding that alignment. Now is the time. Okay. And we also have Ages of the Witch. Birth, death, rebirth, all points on the wheel are sacred. The witch reminds you that you need fear none of these magical gateways, for within each is a blessing. Yes. You know, death and birth, rebirth, leaving behind the old, bringing in the new. That is still a very running theme throughout all of these piles. It's just yours is very focused on you, and well, they're all focused on the self, but like this is different. This is a different feeling. But reminds you that you need fear none of these magical gateways. So yeah, again, like it's scary, but for within each is a blessing. That fear, if you overcome it and you push it aside and you really go for what you need to do, it's going to be leading to such a blessing. We also have craft the spell. Magic is the witch's craft. It is to be created, felt, nurtured, and growth through embodied experience. She sends you the commitment to work your magic. Begin to express yourself in an enchanted way. So yeah, expressing yourself, being true to yourself, committing to yourself. But also, if this is also affecting other people, this negative energy, then this is also commitment towards them as well, because you want to commit it to yourself, but you don't want to be hurting everybody else around you, so commitment to that as well. To be created, felt, nurtured, and grown. 333 has been a pretty common theme throughout these piles. I did kind of sort of see some like potential angel numbers pop up, but 333, I'm just going to go ahead and say it is about optimism, growth, and luck. And I think you need to hear that. I think this pile needs to hear that too. growth in yourself. Create, feel, nurture, and grow. Okay. Then you also have Hail the Traveler. The witch shares this message from the Summerlands. Know that your ancestors support and love you. Ooh, okay. They are honored to see you continuing the story of their blood. You are doing very, very well, Traveler. Oh, that's so sweet. I got the chills a little bit with that, too. That it's not just the divine, it's not just this higher being, but it's also your ancestors. Maybe if you had a loved one pass away, they're there encouraging you, they're supporting you, cheering you on. Okay, they support and they love you. Oh, I love that. Maybe there's something that that you want to do that they have done in their lifetime, because it says continuing the story of their blood, so maybe that resonates with someone here watching this, and that's just confirmation of just kind of like, yeah, as you're healing yourself, if you've wanted to continue that story, that's confirmation that you should do it. But also, this serves as a reminder for everybody that you're doing very, very well right now. Like, even just having that thought of, like, I should get some help. I should ask for help. That is good, okay? And then going ahead and stepping forward to take action on it. A+. That is so good. Okay. And they're just giving you a big thumbs up right now. So, next thing I want to do is bring out these runes. That's not the runes from the one video that I had. Instead, these are called witches runes. I don't remember where exactly I saw these. I wasn't the one that purchased them. I had showed them to my husband, and then he purchased them for me for Christmas. And so I will try, I think I have an idea of maybe where I saw them, so I will try and find that link for you. But we're going to go ahead and just kind of shuffle these, see what we can get. I think each pile got 3. See how many come out for you. That's 1. And then I'll be reading from the guidebook. 2. Oh, looks like we already got 3. But this one actually feels like it wants to come out too. So, okay. Flip this one over. Ooh, oh, I think, or is that the sun? I can't remember. Okay, so yeah, your pile is definitely different. The other 3 piles got the eye, which was focusing on a certain topic, and I know like pile 1 landed next to their crystals, so I felt like the meaning of that crystal was a really good focus on their runes, and then the other 2 had it land near a different rune, but you didn't get that, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and see what these runes mean. We're going to start with the first one here. It's called the Crossroads. The Crossroads is a troublesome rune associated with dark gray. Some of its meanings could be multiple paths available, major life decisions, feeling stuck, lack of confidence in actions, fear of change, fear of proceeding along a path, options to consider when making a choice, a not well thought out plan, a physical obstacle, an emotional or spiritual blockage. Okay, so that does kind of make sense for where you're probably at right now. But you can change that, okay? The Crossroads does have a way out. So, again, it has multiple paths available. So there's multiple doors, and you may have more than one door that will lead you into the right direction. You just have to have the courage to take it. Okay, have the courage to open up that door. And if you follow through with what's being said right now, of getting help, that's the right door. Okay, and it'll lead you to blessings. The next one we have, it actually should be reversed, is the Scythe. You got sudden changes, sudden endings, so endings and beginnings, making a final decision, so that finalizes the crossroads where you're having some trouble here, completing something, walking away from someone or something, danger warning, proceed warily and with caution, cutting away, removing, and dramatic change. Okay, so big transformation, because we got these transformation cards popping up. But definitely, like, finally making a decision. Maybe you made a decision right now with this reading, and that you're going to carry it out in August. But you're definitely cutting away the negative and bringing in the new. Okay. Danger and warning, though, maybe it's just a warning of going backwards. You know, you don't want to go backwards, you want to go forwards, okay? Walking away from someone or something, so, like I was saying in, I think at the beginning of the reading here, is like there's something that's weighing you down, like especially with this Ten of Wands here, something weighing you down, and you're just walking away from that. Okay. And then this isn't the star, but it is the sun, which is, the sun in everything is just so good. So you have the sun as a very positive feeling rune, often associated with happiness and the color yellow. Some of its meanings could be start of something new, making a good decision, choosing the correct answer, having good health, having good vitality or life, healing, good news, justice where needed, general happiness, and a positive end to something. That is so good. That is so good. And that's definitely something that I feel like you really needed to hear right now. And then this one, I think, popped up for the last pile. And this kind of takes things in a little bit of a different... oh, hello. That was my cat, if you heard her. Hi, Kylie. Are you here to confirm everything is going to be okay? Yeah. By the way, she's a very hyper girl. Very hyper, very happy, very playful. So her coming in right now probably is just another, like, a confirmation that you need to bring play back into your life, like this dolphin bring joy back into your life. But we have the romance rune. So romance, like the rings, which is a rune that popped up in the first pile, is a very bonding rune, often associated with hues of pinks and red. Some of its meanings could be relationships, partnerships, infatuation, deep emotional connections, a soulmate, harmony with another person or group, feeling mutual love, close friendships, a growing appreciation, marriage is coming. So this may not be like literal marriage for everybody. Maybe there's a chance, if you're looking for a soulmate or just a partner, you know, someone, maybe they'll be coming to you in August, and maybe they'll be helping you throughout this transformation. But one thing that did come out to me was like close friendships and harmony with another person or group, because that is something that, especially that harmony with a group, is something we've been mentioning about, maybe seeking help in a community, in a group, but it could also be harmony with another person. It could be seeking help from somebody else, like a friend or a family or a therapist, you know, something like that. So probably more so means having that romance with yourself, that self-love. Okay. So I think that's pretty much it, what I see with the runes here. We're going to go ahead, push these up, and I'm going to bring in one last thing, something new that I wanted to try. It worked really well with the first pile. Second pile was kind of like iffy. Third pile, there was a lot of energy, so it kind of took a bit for it to actually work. But let's see what happens with you. This was an idea that I had that I recently did with my husband, and it was something that I thought to bring up to him because he was kind of struggling with something, and I was just kind of like, well, how about we do this? And it actually kind of helped him, so I thought maybe it could help in these piles as well. And I'm hoping maybe because of how your reading has been, it'll help you too. And what it is, it's one of these pendulum boards. So up and down means yes, right to left means no. You got diagonals, one is maybe and rephrase, and then you have now and wait. So my thought was like, we can bring this in. You can ask a question either about next month, because this is an August 2023 reading, or you can even ask about the reading itself, but like, I really wanted it to be open for anything that you may have on your mind right now and you just need answered. So I'm gonna go ahead. I brought out the amethyst stone, or my amethyst pendulum, but like, it hasn't really been called to be used, so that's okay. But I do feel like the stone is really good for this reading, and it is a rose quartz pendulum, and I think it really goes along with the self-love that we were just talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna have it point here in the middle. I'm gonna let it settle a little bit. And what I want you to do is just really focus on your question. If you don't have that question at the moment, or you're really trying to like phrase it just right, you can go ahead and pause the video. I'm going to give 5 seconds, and slow 5 seconds, and give you time to really think of that question, really think of what you need to know. Have that intention in mind, and then after I'm done counting, I will lift the pendulum and we will see how it swings. So let's go ahead and do that. But with how heavy this reading has been, let's go ahead and just take a deep breath and let it out. Okay. Like I said, if you need to pause the video, you can go ahead and do that. Take a couple deep breaths. Really get your question ready. I'm going to count to 5 right now. And in my head, I'll count to 5. I don't want to distract you. So I will count to 5. I will lift the pendulum, and we will see which way it swings. And here we go. Alright, so it's going back and forth to a yes. It's a little bit slow, so maybe we weren't quite sure about what we wanted to ask, but it's not as confusing as the last pile, so we're going to stick with that. We're going to stick with the yes. Okay? Because I definitely feel like we need a yes right now. Okay, so that came through. Got a yes. I hope this pile resonated with you. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope this all works out for you in the month of August. I really hope you're able to clear some of this old and negative energy away, and that you're able to realign, and that you're able to bring joy and play back into your life. So, thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you in the next video.